a nominal or verbal sentence. English we only have nominal sentences. But the point I'm saying is that in reality, because we said an adjective, we want to be a little bit. An adjective is a follower. It's not agreeing with the noun. It's following the noun. That's one thing. But to agree with someone, is that the same as following?
No, because the core is different. Agree with someone to follow is totally different.
Because agree means that you may share same. You follow
surface, right? We can see that it's following is the same.
No, I'm talking about just in life, period. Like if I say I agree with you,
that don't mean you follow them.
Does that mean you follow them? Because I agree means I may, you may be doing something. I don't agree with that. I'm not gonna follow you now.
Yeah.
In America, it does mean that though.
Like for an example, that's what I said. It's maybe just a play of words. But to me, I see it different. Like, do we agree with the prophet or do we follow the prophet?
We follow the prophet.
We follow the prophet.
Right.
If you happen to agree, alhamdulillah, but you don't have to.
So following means that we really agree. Yeah. Now, you could agree with someone, but you may not follow them. Yeah. Like, I agree with some of the concept of Dr. Martin, but I don't follow him.
Yeah. Right, and just like with Farrakhan, a lot of people agree with him.
They don't follow him.
Yeah.
You understand? It's two different concepts. Agreeing and following aren't the same. Yeah. You can agree with someone, but you may not necessarily follow them.
And vice versa.
So, right. So an adjective has to follow. It don't have a choice in the matter. A cover don't have to. But that's the rule in Arabic, though.
Okay.
So it has to agree with, because we say that, remember when we started looking at the tree of those things that are always marfu, those things are always mansub? Mubtada and cover, both marfu. The cover is marfu because it's the cover. Because that's why it's not marfu because it's following the mubtada.
I get what you're saying now.
It's marfu
on its own. Whereas the adjective is because it's following.
And if
it's connected to that.
If it was mansub, it would be mansub.
Got you.
That's a different.
Because these are two different. Mubtada and cover are two different entities where that kind of belongs to that almost. It has to. I see what you're saying.
That's the right. So
because it could have been mubtada is one thing, cover is another.
Right. Exactly.
Like when you have that other rule. What is it? The one with kana and it, like that kind of thing. I see what you're saying.
I guess it's like when you maybe with children or something. If some of us, if we have children, some of our children are leaders and some of them are. Followers. We don't want our children to be followers. Follow some of these bad kids.
Yeah.
Right? We would rather our children be the leader and then hope that they lead kids the right way.
Yeah.
Right?
I was about to say.
But I'm saying, that's the primary peer pressure because you following. And so it's only a small percentage of children who can resist because they not influenced
it's not in them to
be
have
a follower like that.
Yeah.
Those are your leaders. But most people prefer to be led. That's why they follow it. So that's why they do what everyone else does. Yeah, it's easy to be led. You understand?
Sure.
Right?
Too much work.
That's the difference right. So that's why when we say our adjective has to obey the not. The manu.
Some of us have to take a following position either way.
Right. Whereas the cover don't have to, but it does. But it's not doing that because that's just the rule in Arabic. So the cover must be it. So that's why we say a single noun. It has to be marfu, just like the mubtada. It's not marfu because it's following the mubtada. Right. It's because it agrees. In other words, it takes on the same characteristics as the mubtada. That's different. Okay. That's different. All right. So we understand that part of the sentence then, right? Okay. هي أيضا في الكويت مع أبي هي مدرسة. Right? So in our reading we say هي مدرسة. Why? Because هي is mubtada and mudaris being a single noun is the cover. And so in reading it you have to say مدرسة because it's indefinite. هناك. Right there. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead and continue.
أذهبت إلى كويت يا محمد. Oh, okay.
I don't know if y'all have a typo on here. That ba should be sukoon, not fatah.
That's what I thought.
Okay, turn it into a sukoon. When you see an error in your book, you correct it. that ba should be sukoon, not in na'am. There's no such thing as dhahabatu. No such thing. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right?
I had to.
Right. Turn that fatah into a sukoon.
I was looking. I was like, man, what did I miss?
Okay, right? Everybody got it? Right? Change that, right? So na'am, dhahabtu. Okay? So now he's introducing now the verbs now. Okay? But putting the pronoun on here now. Okay, now. So you see, now we add another pronoun. So we only talked about 2 pronouns. This is the 3rd pronoun. Ali. See, this is the 3rd pronoun now.
Where at?
Dhahabta. See, dhahabta is a pronoun. That ta is a pronoun.
Yeah.
Dhahabtu is a pronoun.
Yep. Yeah.
That was a pronoun. We hadn't talked about this. We only have huwa.
Oh yeah.
So this is a 3rd pronoun now.
Yeah.
This is another type of pronoun now. This pronoun, these pronouns, right, are for verbs, and they are always used, right? They are the fa'il.
Okay, I see what you mean by 3rd.
These pronouns are the fa'il
Gotcha.
now.
Yep.
And they're only used for verbs?
Only for verbs, right? Ta, T2, only for verbs.
Like we don't say like on now you don't put the tag, you put the cat instead of the tag.
And so the fa'il is by default what your i'rab it takes. What is the i'rab of a fa'il?
It's marfu.
It's marfu. So we call these pronouns the verbs of rough. These pronouns the pronouns of rough now. Right? So ta, ti, right? See it? Ta, ti. Look, huwa and here don't take that pronoun. There's no right. They don't take it. They don't take that pronoun. This pronoun is on. These pronouns are only for anta, anti, and all of them. It's only for 2nd and 1st person. Everybody understand? But not all of the verbs. Look at the verbs that only take. It's only going to be ta, ti, tuma, tum, tumna, right? And then tu for I or na. You only get 7 pronouns. Right? Only 7 verbs take these pronouns. I mean, right? I want y'all to make sure you understand the difference. Let's go through the verb. Okay? Because this is where you came in at. So now you can tie it in now. If we go to the verb dhahaba, right? Dhahaba. When you have a verb expresses action in one of 3 time zones. Past, present, / future, or the future tense. 3 different time zones. Listen again. Past, present / future. That's the 2nd time zone. The 2nd time zone can either be present, it is happening, or it will happen. It can go either way. And then the 3rd time zone is the future tense. That's why we call that verb the imperative verb, because it can only happen after you say something. In other words, Muhammad, he couldn't read until Jibril said to him, Iqra. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do anything. Right? If you say to someone, idhab, they can't do it until after you say it. Past tense, it already happened. Before you said it, it already happened. Dhahaba, he went. Before you think about it being said.
Because it's like the saying is the catalyst for that action to happen.
Right. But the past tense means it already said before you said
anything. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's how it's understood.
Like it wouldn't be an imperative verb if someone got up and left and then before you said anything.
Right. It's not right. It's a past tense
It
verb.
would be
now.
a past tense verb.
You understand, right?
But if you told them to leave, then it would be imperative.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So that's why we say it's the future. So the past tense, so the verb expresses action or state of being either in the past, meaning before the speaker, okay? Present / future. In other words, he is going or he will go, okay? Or the imperative, which is the future tense, go. Those are the 3 times that a verb expresses action or state of being. Okay? Now, if we look at guard, 3rd person. Let's look at 3rd person. 3rd person, we're gonna just speak in the past tense first. Okay? That verb would be dhahaba. Everybody see it? Dhahaba. that verb doesn't need anything. That verb is already the verb, the pronoun is embedded in the verb. Okay? What will be the next verb?
ذهبت.
ذهبت. Where's the fa'al at for this verb?
The ta.
The ta. The ta is the fa'al for this verb. That ta tells us the fa'al. And now what's the characteristics of this fa'al?
It's singular and feminine.
Feminine thing. Right? So it corresponds with what actual pronoun?
Hiya.
Hiya. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go to the next verb. ذهبا. Okay? That aleph is not a pronoun.
You said that aleph is not a pronoun?
It's not a pronoun.
No, because it's
not a pronoun.
It's for duality.
It's for duality. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? So the pronoun in here is also embedded.
Built in. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay? This is how it's understood, right?
Yeah.
Then the next verb would be ذهبوا.
Dhahabu.
What's about this verb now? Where's the fa'al at? I'll come to you one moment.
It's built in? Because the wow is for plurality.
Plurality, right.
The noon is just that's not.
ذهبوا. We're in the past.
ذهبوا. So it's built in.
It's built in.
Oh, subhanAllah. Okay.
Right? In other words, there's no pronoun like the pronouns we get ready to come to in a moment.
Yeah.
So you see, the only pronoun we had was on here,
Yeah.
which is that ta.
Yeah.
That ta. The point I'm saying, that ta is a pronoun.
Yeah. These aren't pronouns.
Right.
They
the
just tell
aleph
you
isn't a pronoun, right? Right. They're not considered pronouns.
they're doing number, right?
Right.
They're doing number.
They're not. The point, they're not considered as pronouns.
Yeah.
In other words, the aleph is not the aleph isn't a pronoun.
But the wow isn't a
A
pronoun.
wow isn't a pronoun.
Got it. Understood.
But the ta is a pronoun.
And like we were kind of like, I'm not gonna say we were, that was kind of like part, like we were thinking that, like I was thinking that, like that's how you identify that's that, but I didn't really look at the correlation between separating that, because I knew the wow was for plurality and the aleph was for duality, but I kind of,
the point is we don't call them pronouns. That's
exactly,
the point.
yeah.
We don't call them huh?
We don't call them.
We don't call them. Yeah, that's what. And now we go back to that. It's just skip. It is right.
Semantics.
Right. We don't really call them that. If you want to call that, it's right. But it really, because that's where she was at. Like wait a minute. I know you're going.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but okay, y'all just answered it. But so we call the ta a pronoun.
We call it a pronoun, and I'll double check on that.
Why?
Because the
That's
ta
just what it
is attached to it, and that's what it is.
Oh, is that a ta marbuta?
No, it's not a ta.
Oh, it's just a ta.
It's the feminine ta.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to double check on that, but really the pronouns are really the ta on the verb. So if we said that have ta, that have t,
They have two man.
that have two, those are the pronouns now.
Oh yeah.
Those are the actual pronouns, and that have two and that have na. Those are the pronouns, and those pronouns are the fa'il. So they always represent the fa'il. Okay. So that's where he's at now in the lesson. Okay, so he's introducing these verbs now, right? So how do you say you did something? Ta, right? And again, we already took them already, right? He's only given a few of them now. Okay, so so he says, Naam. He said, Adhabta ila Kuwaiti ma'abi. Yeah, Muhammad. Naam, dhahabtu. Naam, dhahabtu. Anybody make the correction on that word? And then he says, oh, go ahead and finish the reading. Wazamiluka. Okay. Aina.
Abuhu.
Okay.
Abuhu. I got a question about that. About what I'm looking at real quick. I see the Abuhu, but you see that thing there that looks like a tab marbuta without the dots?
Right, that's the pronoun.
Abuhu.
Abuhu. That's the pronoun. That's this pronoun. We'll be at.
Oh, so that's not a tab marbuta, that's just a hat.
That's the hat.
Oh,
That's the pronoun.
okay. Abuhu fil yaban.
Fil yaban.
Fil yabani.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't have to say the
You
needle,
don't have to
right?
read it, right? Because it's a period, right?
Right. Fil yaban. Okay. Huwa tajir.
Okay, now
Tajir.
huwa is what? How do you use huwa? As it's going to be the what in grammar?
Oh, it's going to be the